What is up, guys? It is Dope J bringing you guys another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about the changes that are coming to Game Pass. I had to take some notes on my iPad because there's a lot of information to go through. Shout out to Optic Gaming, 3P on the way, Black Ops 7. You already know what it is, but that's for people who follow competitive Call of Duty gaming. Anyways, back to the main thing. This whole conversation and argument that people have been having for years about if you want value, get an Xbox. Xbox is the platform for value. That's out the window. They've increased the prices of their consoles twice this year, and now they've restructured Game Pass into 3 tiers, and we're going to go through that, right? So the new tiers is Game Pass Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. So those are the three tiers of Game Pass that you can get, right? All three of them are playable on PC, console, and cloud gaming, right? Essential coming in at $10 a month, right? Offering 50 plus games, right? Premium coming in at $14.99 a month, 200 plus games, right? And then Ultimate, which is coming in at $29.99. I'm going to say that again, $29.99, $30 a month, 400 plus games, right? What's in all the tiers? Well, let's start with Premium, because Essential doesn't really have much in it. Let's go with Premium. New Xbox published games within a year of launch. All unlimited cloud gaming with shorter wait times, in-game benefits including Riot Games, online console multiplayer, and play and earn up to $50 a year in the store with rewards. That's with Premium. Now let's go to Ultimate, the one that's $29.99, 30 bucks a month. 75 plus day one games a year, including all Xbox published titles day one. Ubisoft Plus Classics and EA Play included, with Fortnite Crew coming in November. Unlimited cloud gaming with best quality and the shortest wait times. In-game benefits, including for Riot Games, online console multiplayer, play and earn up to $100 a year, in store rewards. Okay, so we went through that. The one thing I want to tackle right away is the fact that this one point alone hasn't been brought up by many people in the gaming industry that does content creation, anything like that. How come we don't have an annual option for Game Pass? One and done for the year, just buy it, that's it. PlayStation Plus allows you to pay for the year. Nintendo Online allows you to pay for the year. Hell, EA Play Pro allows you to pay for the whole entire year, and that's it. None of these Xbox tiers include the option for you to pay for an annual option. Nobody talks about this. But they want you to believe that Xbox is the brand for value. Now look at what they did to Game Pass Ultimate. Wasn't Game Pass Ultimate 20 bucks a month and now it's 30 bucks a month now? Let's break this down even further, right? For 12 months for Game Pass Essential, you're paying $119.88 before taxes. For Premium, $179.88 before taxes. Game Pass Ultimate, $359.88 over 12 months. That's for all three tiers. Individually, how much you're paying for a year. How come they don't provide you a value option of just paying for the year at a cheaper price? They don't do that. And people want to continue to make the argument that Xbox is the place for value. Gaming in general, let's talk about that, right? Because gaming isn't about value. If you want value, wait for a sale, right? Gaming has never been about, maximizing the amount of value you can get for gaming, And if you want to talk about value, then talk about PC gaming, right? But people who are trying to make this argument about Xbox being this place for value, you get this great value being an Xbox gamer, and they increase the price of their consoles twice this year. They've constantly increased the cost of Game Pass over the past couple years, and they're pulling off this shit now. What else can you say? What else can you say? This cat's about to jump. Hey, don't do that. Anyways, he's about to go up there. Anyways, I'm gonna cut that part out of the video. Anyways, this doesn't make sense. And all I don't understand how some of the fanboys, like, what's your argument going to be now, right? Because I've tried at the beginning of the generation to be optimistic about Xbox moving forward, and I just couldn't do it anymore, right? I couldn't do this fake positivity once I started to really see, like, they don't give a fuck about you as the gamer. And I'm sorry for my language, but they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care. It's all about maximizing profits. It's a business. And obviously you want to be able to maximize your profits and make money, right? But with the Xbox brand, like, they try to give off this, like, fake attitude about, and I'm talking about the executives, the leadership over there, about how much they care about gamers. They don't care about you guys. They don't care about us, the consumers, right? About truly providing you the value that they want. Because look at the amount of money, the capital expenditure that's been going on this generation with Xbox alone, with how much acquisitions they made. And people talking about, oh, Game Pass is profit. Game Pass is not profitable, brother. There's no evidence to prove that it's profitable. They've been spending so much money on acquisitions and they haven't gotten a return on investment, whether it's from game sales, console sales, or Game Pass on revenue. And yeah, Game Pass revenue surpassed $5 billion. Out of that $5 billion, how much of that is profits? They don't get into that. And I made a video a couple weeks ago talking about the business of Xbox and Game Pass doesn't make any sense. And I got nothing but hope in the comment sections. Nothing but hope in the comment section. And nobody provided any good rebuttal to the arguments I was making in that video, and they won't do it with this one. They'll just continue to make excuses for Microsoft and Xbox, as they always do, and talk about, you're preying on their downfall. We're not preying on their downfall. They're causing their own destruction. But whatever. I don't know what else to say at this point in time. Like, there's nothing else to say. Even like the guys who are much more positive towards their coverage with Xbox, right? We're talking about like the Brad Sams and stuff like that, Destin Legary and other guys from like Windows Central and stuff like that. They can't defend it. They can't defend it. You know it's bad when the journalists, right? The journalists and media personalities who have a lot of positive Xbox coverage don't really have much to say to defend it. They call it what it is. The value is gone from the Xbox brand. The value is gone. The incentive is gone. And then for like the PC guys, there's no incentive for the PC guys to stick with Game Pass. Go on the forums. Look at the reaction to this. Look at the comment sections. Nobody likes this. Ultimate, good luck. You're about to lose subs. I don't know how they can put out that video and be so positive about the changes that are coming to Game Pass. Like, I don't understand. I really don't. And I'm sorry I'm rambling here and getting a little bit ranty and just like animated about this, because it's just so mind-boggling to me where the Xbox was at the end of the 360 generation, going into Xbox One, and looking at how they fumbled that console and how they're continuing to fumble with the Xbox Series X and Series S, which had a lot of potential. And I seen it, and it's like, damn, you're not even competitive in the market anymore. And what that does, it takes the pressure off of a Sony and Nintendo and allows them to keep continuing to do the bullshit that they do. There's no pressure. So we'll see what's going to happen, going into next year, because like I was very optimistic in my last video about the future of gaming, and I still am optimistic about the future of gaming and us reaching a sustainable point in regards to pricing for hardware and services. But the services are getting ridiculous. It's like one thing to overcharge for your hardware that's 5 years old, right? You're running Zen 2 and RDNA 2, which is cheap to manufacture, right? But they're gonna blame tariffs, right? But then you're increasing the cost of your services, and this is across the board. Like, this isn't just an Xbox thing. Like, PlayStation does it, Nintendo does it. They increase the cost of their services. They don't add more value to it, right? And they say, "Oh, we're continuing to provide value for gamers." This bullshit, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Anyways, shout out to OptiGaming. 3P's coming soon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I gave you guys the information. I gave you guys the math. My video from a month ago The business of Xbox and Game Pass doesn't make sense. Aging like fine fucking wine. You can cope all you want. The video was nothing but straight facts. All right? Peace.